Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So we have a new dev channel inside a preview build 26,200.5742, and a new beta channel build, which is 26,120.5742. Now in both builds, Microsoft says it's moving more time and language settings from control panel, which is the legacy aspect of the OS, to the new settings, which is the more so-called modern part of the OS. And then we also get some more keyboard settings moving from control panel to settings, which we'll take a look at in just a bit. Now, because the dev channel is where Microsoft is actively testing this year's annual feature update, Windows 11 25H2, this is a good indication that 25H2 will be having a lot more control panel options moved into the settings, which Microsoft has slowly been doing since the rollout of Windows 11. Now, this is going to get a bit confusing because we have to jump around a little bit, and I'm showing you this in the stable version, but I'm sure you'll get a general idea. Now, the first change is that Microsoft says you can now add additional clocks from settings, time and language, date and time, under the collapse section, which can be expanded for show date and time in the system tray. So basically, those additional clocks will be featured in this section when it does make its way to stable. And for those who are unfamiliar, these additional clocks display, if we click on that, in the notification center, as well as a tooltip when hovering over the clock in the taskbar. So here you can see the additional clocks I've set up. And I've actually posted a video on how you can do this, and I'll leave that link down below and in the end screen. And then the next change is you can now change your time server from settings, time and language, date and time, under additional settings. So that's going to be a new option coming to this section. And then the formatting settings for date and time have moved from settings, time and language, language and region, to settings, time and language, date and time. And Microsoft says you can also now change your AM/PM symbol from here as well, along with other existing formatting settings. So a lot of jumping around here, but Microsoft chopping and changing things a little bit here with 25H2. And then the next change is you can now change number and currency format from settings, time and language, language and region, under the region section. So that'll be a new setting coming to this section when it rolls out with 25H2. And then the next is if you'd like to enable Unicode UTF-8 for worldwide language support, there is now a toggle for this under settings, time and language, language and region, under the language section. So that'll be here at the top eventually. Then I'm just going to mention the next one and the last one for language settings, moving from control panel to settings. If needed, Microsoft says you can now copy current user language and region settings to welcome screen and system account, as well as new user accounts from settings, time and language, language and region, under additional settings. So 6 language settings are going to be moving from control panel to settings. And then we've got 2 changes where Microsoft says it's moving more keyboard settings from control panel to settings. Now the first is regarding character repeat. So if we head into our control panel, keyboard, here you get the setting for character repeat delay rate in this old dialog in the control panel, the legacy part of the OS. Now this setting for character repeat delay rate has moved to settings, accessibility, keyboard. So it'll be on this page when it rolls out to the stable. And the setting for cursor blink rate here at the bottom in the legacy control panel has moved to settings, accessibility, text cursor. So that'll be found on this page when it makes its way to stable. So quite a bit happening with more legacy control panel features moving into settings with 25H2, which was expected because Microsoft, as mentioned, has been slowly progressing and moving those settings from control to modern settings over the last couple of years. And then I'm just going to mention the next. There is a change under Other, where Microsoft says it's updated some dialogues to match the Windows 11 visuals, including the dialogue for when an app can't open. And those changes are all rolling out to the dev and the beta channel. And then the dev channel has one new feature which hasn't rolled out to beta, which is regarding the new companion for the start menu, where Microsoft says it's redesigned the mobile device companion with an updated layout that lets you access more right from start. Now you can scroll to access more recent activity items. So you'll be able to scroll through these recent activity items, which, if you are using this feature, is a nice move. And users will be able to access messages, calls, photos, mobile app updates, and more from this new updated layout. So that's only available in the dev channel. So lots of control settings changes coming with 25H2, which I think was expected. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.